This is just a review of the just ended West Ham United versus Arsenal match. Though it ended 1-0 in favor of Arsenal, it was a match that you needed to be there. You needed to watch and witness by yourself. Nobody needs to tell you. Because though West Ham are trying to escape relegation, they have given the Premier League title contenders a very tough time. In fact, they narrowly won the game, but it was a huge victory for them. And thanks to Trossard with that fantastic goal, if Arsenal do not up their game, but this is how they are going to play in their last two matches, I can say that they are not ready to take the Premier League because the performances today or their performance today against West Ham, it is below average. Arsenal that we all know, they are attacking force. They concede less and they are good in the midfield and in attack. But today it was the opposite. West Ham played as though they are winning the Premier League. I understand that they want to escape the relegation zone because as we speak, West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur, these are the only two clubs. These are the only two clubs that one will eventually and certainly join the other two teams who have officially been relegated from the Premier League table. It is what it is, but I am very happy for Arsenal for winning today because it has given them upper hand, 5 points clear 5 points clear, though Manchester City is yet to also play the outstanding match. But if Arsenal should continue with the win, basically they will be the 2025-2026 Premier League champions. And for the past 23 years, Arsenal have never tasted Premier League. For the past 23 years, since 2003-2004 season that Arsenal won the Premier League with Arsene Wenger as the owner, as the manager, Arsenal have never tasted Premier League anymore. And Mikel Arteta wants to end that kind of trophy drought. For the past 23 years, it is not a joke. Even Leicester City have won Premier League within these 23 years. What are Arsenal waiting for? It is time for them to change the narrative. And Mikel Arteta is doing just that. Just that today's performance. Hi, they are very lucky. I should say they are very lucky. Now, many of you, the last time Arsenal won the Premier League, you were not born. you don't just you don't just wake up, come and say that, yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. When Arsenal last won their Premier League title, you were not born. So what I thought is making you support Arsenal? I don't get it, but I don't know. It is up to you. But what is the impact it is going to have on the Premier League table as Arsenal have won? Now Arsenal is leading by 5 points clear, but it is going to be a life-changing game for the rest of matches for Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham United. It's not going to be easy. And as a Ghanaian, I wouldn't want Tottenham Hotspur to be relegated because our star boy, Mohamed Kudus, is part of the Tottenham Hotspur team. Why should my star boy go to relegation? Already, I have my captain in the relegation zone. Fatawi Isahaku and Jordan Ayew in the relegation. They are not even far. They are just going deeper and deeper. Why should you add our star boy Mohamed Kudus? So I don't want Tottenham Hotspur to be relegated. West Ham can challenge. You can go and come. Tottenham is a no-no. It is what it is. And Manchester City are also following keenly. They are coming as though they are lions. The moment Arsenal slip with just a point or they draw in their subsequent matches, because they have Crystal Palace to play and Burnley also to play. This should be cool chop for Arsenal. This should be an easy match or easy matches for the Gunners, Mikel Arteta and his boys, to trust them and show that yes, in fact, we have suffered. Because for the past 3-4 seasons, Arsenal have been consistent, very consistent. And this is the time for them to win the Premier League. Now I'm going to talk about the VAR. The incident that happened where the goal was disallowed, West Ham goal was disallowed, you realize that there was a foul on David Raya. It is a clear, or it was a clear foul. But then the question that we need to raise is that it seems the rules favor some teams but do not favor other teams. Arsenal, for instance, there are so many instances where the VAR has or have favored Arsenal. The VAR have favored Arsenal. An incident with United, an incident with Chelsea, an incident with other club. You realize that the VAR is not being consistent. VAR they cheat. We have employed or we have deployed or invented a VAR to help us have a very good and smooth match or results. But then now the VAR is trying to turn things around. What are you talking about? But it is what it is. If you are able to win, you see, most of the time, opportunities favor or the grace, the favor will locate those who are surging forward. If you are not a title contender, forget about VAR being on your side. What Arsenal must do from today forward, they have 2 matches remaining. They must win those matches, and that is it. Arsenal have nothing to, they have no excuse than to win those 2 matches. Crystal Palace and Burnley. I've already told you that Manchester City are going to draw points because there is Aston Villa who wants to also play the Champions League next season. So he's not going to sit down for Manchester City to beat him just like that. It is going to be points shared between Aston Villa and Manchester City. So this is why Arsenal should not lose guard. Arsenal must not lose guard at all. Just win your 2 matches and you are good to go. Remember, there is Champions League ahead of you, 30th of May 2025, 2026, sorry. And if you really want to win the double, you must do first thing first. Just go at it. Mikel Arteta almost made a mistake that it would have haunted him for the rest of his life. Because when Ben White was injured, there was Moscara on the bench. He decided to bring in a midfielder rather, Zubimendi, for Declan Rice to go on the right back. I have never seen some before. You have a right back on the bench. You decided to risk it, bring on Zubimendi, and at the end of the first half, you subbed off Zubimendi again just to bring in Moscara. Arteta was very lucky. Assuming they had played 1-1, that would have been the end of Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. Why must you make such a silly change, silly substitution, when you know that your pivotal, advantage or your pivot is based on Declan Rice for other players to also move, have a good pace? You make like yourself. Like today, what you could take do you by now? You could say sack Mikel Arteta. Sack Mikel Arteta. It is what it is. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal have 2 matches away from becoming the champions of the Premier League 2025-2026. In fact, they have suffered for the past 23 years. They have never won Premier League. And this is the time for them to change the narrative. If this is the first time watching me, kindly like this video, follow me, subscribe. My name is Wheezy Life. What do you think about the Gunners? What do you think about Arsenal and Mikel Arteta? Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.